To the extent that anybody has a picture of him in the rest of the country, it's from the movie in which he was portrayed by Jason Robards as gruff, skeptical, but willing to let you and Carl Bernstein move ahead on the story. Was that the case?
Yeah, in the movie version of All the President's Men has the feel right, and Robards playing Bradlee, it's like they're twins. And one of the fascinating stories is when they were making the movie, and who do we get to play Bradlee? Well, director Alan Pakula and the actors knew Robards and said, you know, there's something about them that's the same. So they called Robards in and they gave him the script and said, we're going to pay you $50,000 to play Bradlee. And at this point, Robards was at a low point in his career. He had a drinking problem. Wow, $50,000. Took the script home, brought it back, said, I can't play Bradlee. And said, why? Well, read the script. All he does is run around and say, where's the effing story? And they said to him, look, that's what the editor of the Washington Post does.
They give him a line in the movie, Robards, where he says, I can't do the reporting for my reporters, which means I have to trust them, and I hate trusting anybody. Was that Bradlee?
Yeah, that was Bradlee. He knew that reporters were extension of him, so there was always the Bradlee interrogation when you had a story that was high risk, unnamed sources, particularly during Watergate, and it was careful, and it was never hostile. It was, hey, look, we're on the same team. I'm just trying to check and make sure you've done enough.
What about the great scene in the movie at night outside what is supposed to be his house, and he's there in his pajamas and robe, talking to the two guys playing you? Was that anything like the truth?
Well, that's interesting. First of all, it happened. We were told that Watergate was going to explode. Nixon was involved. And clearly at this point the dimensions were much greater than anyone expected. So at that moment, you don't follow the chain of command. As my colleague Carl Bernstein wisely said, we called Bradlee at 2 a.m. in the morning and said, we got to come see you. And so we went to see him, and we were told that, you know, there could be a lot of wiretapping, so we asked him to come out on his front lawn, and I think he thought we'd finally gone batty. And we told him about the extent of what Watergate was now. And in the movie version, he says, okay, go take a bath, get back to work. Nothing's at stake other than the First Amendment, freedom of the press, and the future of the country. That was Hollywood. That literally did not happen. What Ben said, and this is a case where the truth is sometimes better, after we told him, he looked at us and he said, what the hell do we do now?